I was there when both games were written. I was there playing Genshin Impact day one when you still had to use resin in order to accept the rewards for events. No one is more knowledgeable about the state of both games in the beginning and have they grown to be more greedy than me. I am the most knowledgeable person on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with a bit of a breakdown, a bit of an expose on what happens when a creator has an ego, and they have an ego that somehow supersedes their level of intelligence. Because good golly gee, the past 48 or 36 hours or so for this channel over here, Analytical Vibes, it's been an absolute disaster. And now I think it's actually a good time for us to take a look at his channel header, Gaming Opinions You Didn't Ask For. And when you take a look at the dislike ratio on some of his most recent content, brutally honest thoughts on Wuthering Waves' growing levels of greed. 528, 589. That's the number of dislikes. His most recent video, Wuwa and Genshin community tried to expose me. 515 dislikes, 368 likes. And I consider how you managed to get the Wuwa and Genshin community to unite together when they're considered some of the biggest enemies in the space to go beat your ass in the retweets. I'm going to be honest over here. It takes a lot to do that. And the last time this occurred, it was because NTE was talking a bunch of shit while using a bunch of AI at the same time. And so, Analytical Vibes has basically done what very few things in the gacha space can actually do and has caused an alliance to form between Curlbots and Hoyo Shills. And I guess the main goal of this alliance is to just take a fat shit over every single point this guy is making, because he's been spouting pretty much nothing but nonsense over the past couple of days. And so I think it takes a bit of this is going to be a bit of an opportunity for us to actually like go through and check out the timeline for how this has kind of just progressed. So let's kind of like look over here. We can check through some of the Twitter retweets what's actually been going on. So bro initially made a video talking about why Wuwa's skins are predatory and Kuro showing biblical levels of greed. That's this one over here. That shit got downvoted to hell and it got absolutely no engagement at all. Or it got a bunch of engagement, but it was super negative. So then he proceeded to delete the video after the 3.5 live stream because they put a bunch of skins in the game. If you want... Yeah, they just were like, fuck this dude. We don't care. Put more skins in the game that people are gonna buy. Rightfully so, because people are asking for the skins, right? Then he decided to upload this bad boy, which obviously you saw over here, it's giga negatively received. And then he also put this video back up. And so, what we're gonna be doing today is going through some of the stuff. I don't know if we're gonna watch this entire 27-minute disaster, but we are definitely going to watch his explanation piece, because here in this 10-minute 54-second video, this is where he breaks down why he took down his video, why he put it back up, and this is the big one, guys. We get to see why Analytical Vibes this whole time he was right and everybody else is wrong. They're all wrong, and we're all wrong here. Should be a fun one. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get ourselves sorted out and buckle down for this amazing adventure through the lens of somebody who can admit whenever they're wrong.
I made a video the other day talking about the growing levels of greed in Wuthering Waves, and the Wuthering Waves community did not like it. They really hated it. In fact, usually when I say a community didn't like a video I made, I'm playing it up for drama. This time, that's not true. It had a dislike ratio of 4.
It's probably worse now. It's probably worse now, 46.6. So I assume that this is actually not even showing 46.6. So it's probably closer to like 600, 700. Refresh it, Unk. Yeah. Maybe that's closer to like 600 something. Yeah, that's
AAA.
Probably not good. Probably not good.
46%, an unheard of ratio on my channel. They
Yeah, most people would think you said something really bad then, or really wrong.
Really disliked it. The video had a whopping 700 comments. The title was...
Also, one thing I really want to correct real fast. I need to listen to this line again.
It had a dislike ratio of 46%, an unheard of ratio on my channel.
No, it is a heard of ratio, because you did it again, but probably worse. Yeah. This video is probably worse than 46.6%. So let's keep that. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. You somehow put out the two most filthy, rotten, like just the worst videos ever, and you put out two of them in 48 hours. That takes talent. Like think about it this way. I don't even like if my goal was to make a video that had a 70% dislike ratio, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like that sounds difficult for me to do. That sounds like hard, but you captured lightning in a bottle twice.
They really disliked it. The video had a whopping 700 comments. The title was Brutally Honest Thoughts on Wuthering Waves' Growing Levels of Greed, and here was the thumbnail. I can't keep defending this with a whole bunch of bike skins and all of the accessories circled.
The funniest part is that he put an accessory. You can see it in the top right corner. It's kind of covered by chat, but you see that little goofy little seal up there. That one was free.
And all of the accessories circled. I've since privated the video, and you might assume this is because I was wrong.
Yeah? Yeah, no, because we've taken a look at some of the arguments that he's already made. Let me just play you a good clip that really, I think, summarizes like the essence, the body of his argument over here. It's only 46 seconds.
Adding skins is an admission of inferiority in the gacha space, because you're basically admitting that you can't make as much money on characters, which is why you're selling more skins. Much money as these games, we need to use other avenues to get money. And that's how we've been seeing how Kuro Games has basically admitted that it's unable to generate as much money as these other games when it comes to character revenue themselves. The Kuro characters are just not as enticing in generating as much money because they're just not able to get as much players as Genshin Impact. And all of these methods are just an admission of that. Straight up. And they've resorted to using lower level tactics of endless skins in order to make up that difference. It's kind of sad. Adding skins is...
Anyways, yeah, that's, again, I just supplied some additional B-roll. I didn't even say anything, right? All I needed to do was just like, hey, might as well put some of this on the screen as well, right? As you can see, there's a bunch of pretty much every other gacha game in the space is out here doing skins. And when you know that Analytical Vibes loves NTE and is spamming content on it, right? And it was just like, dude, like, we're out here, man. Like, we're an NTE channel. Like, that's without a doubt. You are an NTE channel. So he's basically given every game that he likes the pass over here when it comes to skins, and he's just out here kill Kuro Games because they're putting skins in the game. But then, hey, NTE, you're amazing. You're awesome. You're good. You don't. We're not going to talk about you, NTE. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, Bucko. What are we doing here, right? So as you can see, right, a lot of reasons already for why you might think the video was deleted. We got double standards. We got stupid ass points. We got like absurd levels of criticism that don't make sense. Yeah, it's a bit rough, right?
Or I'm admitting some sort of guilt, or that anything I said in the video was factually incorrect. This is not true. There is a reason. I privated the video, and it has nothing to do with anything that I said in the video, because everything I said was 100% factually correct.
This is a part that I replayed because, like, bro, he's so mad. Bro, he put the Batman on there. He's tough, bro. Dude, I'm sorry, bro. This guy is like a caricature of a person. Bro, if you told somebody how this guy was acting, you wouldn't believe that a person could act like this, bro. This is like, dude, like if you wrote him as like a script in a movie as a character, the director would say it's unrealistic that someone would act like this. We can't put it in the film.
Factually correct. Genshin players were also angry with me for the many Genshin criticisms I made in the video by...
Bro, how did you manage to do this to everybody? You somehow pissed everybody off.
Comparison, and they made their comments known. Kala the Yapper reacted to the video, and he's a Hoyo creator, and his video is fine enough. He has his opinion, I have mine, but his comment section was a cesspool of delusional Genshin players personally attacking me, calling me a disgrace.
Let me actually go show you guys the video and the comment section that he's crashing out over. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's check it out, bro. Bro, he got caught up in his feelings because this channel ruined him. Yes, yes, the Kala the Yapper channel with 1.38k subscribers and 940 videos is the channel that just ruined him, bro. He got mogged over here. He got mogged, bro. Bro, just ignore him. Like what are you even, like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like this, just watch part of.
Yo, what's up? I'm Cal Yapper, and I'm back with another reaction.
Bro, he's just sitting here talking for an hour and 25 minutes. Bro, the video is him just sitting here talking for an hour and 25 minutes. And bro, there's no even like face cam or anything, bro. Like, dude, straight up, you got mogged by this. Dude, this isn't, dude, like, letting people know that this got your panties bunched up. Dude, that's crazy. Like, now I think you get bothered by like wind. Like, if there's like a breeze outside, you're probably gonna, that's probably gonna get you angry. What the fuck? Like, just ignore.
Here's what it was about. Quick TLDR in 1 second. Basically, I talk about how Kuro's greed has been increasing over the years instead of decreasing. Usually, gacha games are really generous in the beginning, and then they get more generous over time. And yet it's
Which gacha has been more generous in the beginning, then got more generous over time? I'm sorry, did he just like say that out of nowhere? Like, I guess, which gacha's done that? Genshin's gotten worse, ZZZ's gotten worse, HSR's gotten worse, Enfield has gotten absolutely 1,000,000% worse. Like, what are we talking about here?
It seems as though Kuro has just been adding more and more ways for you to give them money. And those
So once again, even in like his defense video where he addresses how everybody else is wrong and how he's correct, he somehow still just says shit that like cannot be proven with no proof, and also applies to other games, but he's also again only calling out Wuba.
ways include regular skins, they include bike skins, they include accessories, they include wing skins. And I talk about how at the end of the day, these are minor levels of greed, but they were building up until Kuro got more and more confident as they created other skins that
Yeah, these are called cosmetics that they don't do anything except change the appearance of your character.
you can't even pay for. Skins that you have to wish in order to get. And then the super prize, which is the $250 hat in the spending event. And
Yeah, it's a $250 hat. Who cares about that? Like, this is the point. You could go buy a $250 anything if you really want it. The point is that most people are gonna look at this and be like, fuck that, it's not worth it. And most people, if they're spending that much, are gonna view this as a consolation prize because they weren't spending $250 to get the hat. They were spending $250 to get the character, and then they got the hat as a side gift. Bro, this is like during holiday shopping, right? When you spend like 200 bucks at the chocolate store, they give you like a Santa with it, like a custom seized chocolate Santa, and you're calling that predatory because it costs $200 to get there. No, bitch, you were there to get chocolates, and you just happened to get the Santa for free. Bro, you're here to spend the money to get the characters. You're not spending the money, the 250 bucks to get the fucking hat. Nobody's doing that in this game. So we're out here arguing, right, on a level of predatoriness that doesn't even make sense at a baseline. So once again, do you see why his video is so disliked? Because we're out here talking about the goofiest shit ever as predatory.
talk about how these strategies of getting you to purchase skins are the strategies of third-rate.
And this is the key word, purchase skins. He's thinking that there were legitimately people that spent 250 bucks during 3.1 spending event just for the hat and not at all for the characters. Bro, they're not purchasing skins with this 250, bro, who's purchasing this thing?
Low-tier gacha games because they're not confident in their character sales in order to make money. Why would you sell a skin when you could just make another?
You want to know the only way to get this skin he's showing on the screen? Through character sales. That's the only way to get this skin is through pulling characters because you need the spin drifts from pulling. So even in this follow-up argument, as he's saying, bro, they're not confident in selling their characters. Bro, the only way to get this one over here is through pulling. And bro, that involves selling the character. That also involves using your free pulls. There are a bunch of people, by the way, that got this for free. Bunch of people that got this doll and Hiyuki's little thing for free. Because all you needed was to just spend your pulls, and a lot of people saved up for the anniversary and just cleaned out the shop.
Their character and make millions of dollars.
Yeah, because yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. If you pulled Hiyuki and her weapon, you got this and Hiyuki's cosmetic. Let me just say that. If you pulled Hiyuki and her weapon, you didn't even go for Denya. You got this.
That's because Wuthering Waves characters don't make as much money as they want. The second part of the video was about how Kuro reached biblical levels of greed in the Cyberpunk collab. In this
And this is the thing that I'll say. I don't think I saw a single comment or anyone even talking about what he's talking about when it comes to the Cyberpunk collab. But this is the thing. If your video happens to have maybe a correct point or two, but then the 90% of the rest of the video is a steaming pile of shit, it's like you're getting mad that people didn't dig through your garbage to find your one nugget of just not shit. I'm not going to even call it gold. I'm going to call it not shit.
collab, there's a coral shop, and not only did they decrease the amount of refund you get on a duped pool, they also increase the amount of corals you need in order to get the sequences in the shop.
I think the viewpoint most people have is that, yes, this isn't as good as the baseline system, but Kuro probably spent money to get this collab going, so they're trying to make extra back. Oh man, like, this is like common business logic. Like, if you don't approve of this, don't fucking pull the characters. Yeah, I'm sorry. Collabs with big IPs might mean that the banners are a bit more expensive. Man, fuck. Gosh darn it, bro. Like, man, because somebody's got to be, like, spending money to get the rights to the IP here, right? I mean, like, this is the thing. I think this is just a give and take that most people are kind of just, like, over with because the collab's good. If this was this case and the collab characters are dog shit, then you truly have a position where you can start schizoing out.
You need 480, even though it costs 360. Not to mention, they also removed your pity by having a new banner and removed any of the other pulls.
Are we also going to talk about the fact that they give you over 15 pulls for free? Are we only going to talk about the bad parts? Are we going to talk about the free Rebecca? Are we going to talk about those pieces?
Literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen Kuro do.
Are we going to talk about the S1 at a reasonable pull level of 80, of 160 on all four banners?
And then the video ended with me talking about how did we get here.
Okay. So maybe this is another viewpoint you can have as well, Mr. Anal Vibes. Maybe it's the fact that you decided when you were doing your analysis of Wuthering Waves, you refused to talk about or recognize any of the insanely player-friendly parts of the collab and only focused on the negative, while also the rest of your video is a disgusting, bullshit-filled hit piece that is just clearly wrong. So we've summarized that A, you disproportionately attacked the collab, refused to bring up any of the positive, insanely free-to-play friendly elements of it, and then proceeded to surround that criticism that was already one-sided and wasn't already giving the full picture with even more bullshit surrounding the skins. So that's what you did, and like now you're saying you were right the whole time. All right, cool, for sure, man.
Everything that I said was completely correct.
Yeah, I couldn't have timed that better. So, this is like sort of pre-watched, but like I didn't think it was going to be that well timed.
However, the video does have 3 problems, and these 3 problems are why I privated it, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the arguments at all.
Now he's going to get into like this SWOT analysis over here, bro. The fucking postmortem of why.
The first issue is that the video is too long.
Well, you got that one right. Bro, all I needed to hear was 46 seconds of it to know that you're retarded.
Adding skins is an admission of inferiority in the gacha space, because you're basically admitting that you can't make as much money on characters, which is why you're selling more skins.
Sorry, I only needed to listen to 12 seconds of it to know you're retarded. Bro, in what universe can you make this a point that only applies to Wuwa? Like, I think that's the part that most people simply don't understand, is that you singled out Wuthering Waves as, like, the one game when every other gacha's doing skins. Like, bro, every single one is doing skins. So, like, what did Wuwa do to get the calling out? Bro, even, yeah, single player games do skins, bro. You ever played Assassin's Creed? Bro, you ever played, like, bro, like, are the pre-order... They're the pre-order skins predatory. Dude. And again, we're an NTECC, bro. So yes, the video is too long because yes, you're just fucking wrong, bro.
Because the video was too long, most of the people who watched it didn't complete it. If we look at the analytics for the video, it had an outstanding completion of 24%.
maybe that's because your points are wrong. And they're like, damn, I'm wasting my time watching this video where everything's incorrect. That's like, bro, would you keep watching a video if the guy just kept saying wrong things? The video goes, and guys, okay, let's just say this is like some Khan Academy shit, right? You watching like some Indian dude like teach you trigonometry, right? Because like you retarded or some shit and you need to like catch up. Let's just pretend it's that. And bro's just going into the lesson and he's like 2 + 2 = 5. Are you gonna keep watching that shit after he drops that bomb in the first 30 seconds? You're gonna keep watching that math lesson, bro, after he drops that bomb, 2 + 2 = 5. No, bitch, you're gonna click off because you're like, this is not helping me. And that's what they did to your fucking video, bro.
I mean, that is horrific. That
I know, it
is about as bad as you can possibly get. This means that less than a quarter of the people who watched the video, and I think about 11,000 people clicked on it, actually completed it.
Yeah, you should reflect for a second and see how you manage that.
That's terrible.
I know.
This created a cycle of people who didn't watch the video were commenting in the comment section about an opinion that was incorrect because they didn't watch the video. And then as someone else is watching the video, maybe they then scroll down.
Guys, this guy is basically using circular reasoning. People didn't watch my video because other people didn't watch my video and they left comments without watching my video that made other people not watch my video. So the reason why nobody's watching my video is because people didn't watch my video and that made other people not watch my video. Bro, he's just putting the blame on everything other than him making a shit video. Now he's blaming people that made the comments on his shit video. Now he's blaming people for reading the comments on his shit video. Everything is essentially, the universe is conspiring against him. Or that's how this shit comes off, right? Because it could just be easily explained as, guys, he made a really fucking bad vid that's just like full of bullshit points and people heard them and was like, get me the fuck out of here. Or YouTube and comment sections and shit. You're right, guys. They're conspiring against him. YouTube is pushing up comments. And then other people are reading them ASAP and deciding not to watch the video. And that's what's wrong. It's the comment section and the commenters leaving comments. They're why the video is doing bad. No, bitch. Your video just sucks ass. And you can't seem to accept that for some reason because you think you're always right. Bro, you can just recognize for a second, bro, your video is just bad and it's wrong and move on. But instead you deciding you the only motherfucker in the space who has a correct opinion.
To the comments, reading comments by people who didn't finish the video. Just creating a cesspool of bad comments.
Yeah, dude, he's just... Remember, he's always right, though. So he's always right. He's even right.
Now, I admit, I'm not deserving of someone's watch time. So it's not as though I'm saying that just because someone didn't finish the video, that they're not allowed to comment on it. Rather, this fault lies with me. I just have poor pacing. This video was unscripted. I didn't speak fast enough. I was roundabout in my arguments. And as a result, even though everything I said was completely true, not enough people completed the video in order to get the full picture. As a result, that's my fault.
I see. The issue was with me all along. I simply forgot. I simply forgot to distill the power of my thoughts into a more comprehensible format for you mortals. My bad. Bro, bro, this guy is like,
the first issue with the video. The second issue with the video.
Dude, now he's like, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't make myself easier to understand for you retards.
Is at the average view duration. So this is how much someone who didn't finish the video actually watched into it. They watched 6 minutes into the video. That means that according to the chapters of the video, I talk extensively about lower or minor levels of greed in the game. These are the chapters in the...
So average view duration also includes people that skip around in the vid, try to decide whether or not it's bullshit. So there's a possibility, right, that people simply heard you say some retarded shit in the first minute of the video, and then they were like, okay, that was crazy. Surely he's not going to be this retarded everywhere in the video, right? And so they start like skipping around like this. They're like, oh,
not even really that bad, generally speaking, right? The spending event had bad rewards, and because the rewards were bad, people weren't pressured to spending. So
okay, cool. All right, what about here?
Happened? How did we get here? What happened to Kuro Games that made them change their mind on being generous and using all of
They gave out Rebecca for free. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
For a character by giving up 45 pulls? Imagine you were pulling on a banner and you had 50-50 and you pulled 45 pulls and you got the character early and won 50-50. That's what it
Okay, great. I'm celebrating.
means to purchase a sequence from the shop. If you have 720, which is double, that's 90 pulls.
Okay, so
I can't
so like somebody could just do that and rack up 6 minutes that way too. I just demonstrated it for you live, right? How somebody can rack up 6 minutes. So that's just something to keep in mind for whatever he's explaining here.
the video. And then around minute 10 is when I start talking about biblical levels of greed, which is the Cyberpunk collab. And then I end the video about how did we get here. Most people didn't even get to the part of the video about the Cyberpunk collab because it was...
You don't know that. That's the thing. This guy is on the hill of, I know everything. I'm always correct. I am the true mastermind. And he can't know that because of what I just explained to you. He can't know that people skipped his Cyberpunk collab piece. He can't know that people didn't get to his 17-minute thing. He can't know this.
Too long. I'm just not entertaining enough. I understand. I'm not showing my face, and because I'm not showing my face, I can't hold an audience attention like other content creators can who kind of show their face. Who knows? Maybe I should do a face reveal in order to solve that problem. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But
I don't recommend it at this point. I don't think it would help. Don't do that. No. I'm just gonna tell you, with takes like these, don't do that. Like that, it would be diabolical if after a video that's this disliked and a video that's this disliked, you do a face reveal. Don't do that. Like that's my professional opinion. Don't do that.
But that's a huge problem that I have on this channel. That's for sure.
Okay, so now once again, he's blaming everybody else. Like, now it's all the other CCs, it's their fault because they show their face and they just bring a higher level of engagement to the space that fucks him over. Like, do you guys see how everything that's going on, it's somebody else's fault? Now it's all the other CCs who show their face. Bro, like, can we just take, like, the teeniest little bit of accountability here and, like, not have some sort of weird fucking explanation for why it's like the onus is not on you? Straight up, dude, I have never seen somebody so wronged by the universe. Bro, this guy's like the opposite. You guys know ReZero, right? You know that motherfucker Reinhardt, right? That dude's like loved by the world, right? The world loves him. Like this, I guess Analytical Vibes is just the polar fucking opposite. He's the opposite of Reinhardt in this world. Like everybody's working against him. Cause what the like, how the fuck is there always another party that takes responsibility for what has happened to him and this video?
As a result, the way I should have gone about this is I should have made 3 videos. This first video would have been talking about the increasing level of accessories that are in the game. Accessories tell a story about what's in the author's mind. When gotcha developers start selling a...
Accessories tell the story of what's in the author's mind. What? I'm sorry. What did he just say?
This first video would have been talking about the increasing level of accessories that are in the game. Accessories tell a story about what's in the author's mind.
Bro, what does that mean? Bro, what does that mean? Fuck.
When gotcha developers start selling a whole bunch of accessories, it's an admission that their character revenue isn't as much as they want. It's...
I think the way that any company operates is you're never satisfied with the amount that you're making. That's like kind of how a company works. They always want to grow. And this is the, let me tell you what the inverse of his statement is. Basically, he's saying it's a bad thing that a company wants to make more money. when every company on Earth always wants to make more money? Bro, the argument is, bro, gacha companies are bad because they want to make more money. Bro, every company on the planet wants to make more money. Except nonprofits. Bro, nonprofits take their profits and donate them. So they want to make more. Do you even know what a nonprofit is, you retard? No, that doesn't mean that they make no money. They make money and donate the money. That's what the nonprofit is. They make profits and then donate them so their profit's zero. Oh my fucking god. Even nonprofits want to make more, you retards. Every company on the planet wants to make more money. And so he's coming with the position. Gacha developers are admitting they want to make more. What company does it?
Basically an admission of inferiority to other gacha.
Bro, this is like bro, you wanna know what this is? This is like that shit for Fate Stay Night, where that motherfucker Shiro's like, people die when they're killed. You eat when you're hungry. Gacha companies want to make more money. Bro, that's basically what his take is. Companies want to make money. People die when they're killed. And like, you eat when you're hungry. Bro, he's just like out here acting like he's saying like some profound shit. Like, bro, this is the 11th commandment.
Developers. It's like Kuro developers are losing pride. Whatever.
And then he tangents it into they're losing pride because they're putting because they want to make money. Remember, he jumped to they're losing pride in their characters and stuff because they want to make money. That's where he went to from skins.
The big issue is that I didn't adequately explain the first argument because I really explained the point of all of the issues with the accessories by minute 17. How did we get here? That's when I actually explain what the issue is with the accessories. But because most people didn't get there, they're just thinking I'm complaining about bike skins for no reason. The issue with endless...
So we've already basically destroyed the entire argument already. Like, he's just out here saying his argument that sucks ass is correct. Bro, doesn't even explain why it's right. He just says he's right.
Bike skins and accessories is that it tells you what Kuro is thinking. They believe they are not making enough money through character sales.
They just want to make more money. Like every company on the planet. And so they're trying out new revenue streams like every company on the planet. You want to know what happens when I go to Subway? I can buy chips and a drink. Subway is not confident in their sandwiches. Clearly not confident in their sandwich products. Why are they out here selling other products like drinks and cookies and shit? And then, like, this is the other thing. Like, obviously, you fucking dipshit, all the other companies are doing this shit as well. It's just at a baseline. What the fuck are we... Guys, I was out here defending Woo-Wah, right? Obviously, right? I was out here explaining why what Woo-Wah is doing isn't bad. But, like, we also got to take the lens of, like, bro, every other game is doing this shit too. So, once again, how is it a Woo-Wah only hit piece? So his point is just wrong at a baseline, equating the addition of skins as, oh, developers must be like unconfident in their baseline products. And second, his point is wrong on the basis of singling out Wuthering Waves as the game to be indicted. So it's like a double whammy. You're just super fucking wrong. That's why your dislike ratio is super fucking bad. You super fucking retard.
Despite the amount of effort they are putting into the animations, this mindset leads to greedy practice.
Bro, how are you this mad when you this wrong?
Practices like spending events, endless accessories, and even more predatory practices to make up the difference. It starts with skins, and then Kuro will start debuting 2 new characters on the same side of a patch.
Is this guy retarded? Like Genshin did that in 5.3. Like, Genshin did this in 5.3. And, like, he's out here talking about how, like, Kuro's this evil company that's going to, like, do this evil thing when Genshin did it over a year and a half ago. Dude, this is remember, Kuro's biblical level of greed. Remember, guys, Kuro's biblical level of greed. Bro, and we're out here talking about how when the biblical level of greed gets worse, they'll do what Genshin did. But then we don't mention that Genshin's the one that did this shit. Bro, this is just crazy. I don't understand this.
Because that's exactly what Genshin did, which I mentioned in the video. And
You're going to be out here, right? Assuming that they're going to do what Genshin did. And that's the funniest fucking part. Genshin did it a year in advance, and then he just automatically says that means Wu-Wah is doing it too. It's absurd.
holy crap, the comments. I was getting called a Hoyo shill and a Kurobot at the same time.
You called out something bad that Genshin did, and then you automatically said, and you said Wuthering Waves was going to do the same thing for no fucking reason. You somehow launched off the platform of bike skins and accessories and said that they were going to do a Mabuika Sitlali. That was your from too. We got accessories for the characters and bike skins. That means Kuro's going to do a Mabuika Sitlali double banner. That was your argument. You're going to piss off everybody when you say some dumb shit like that. Bro, this is going to be the analogy over here. How can I piss off two fan bases at once? Are you ready for this? If you play Marvel Rivals, you're going to end up being gay. Great. Now I pissed off Marvel Rivals and gay people. You basically said that, right? And you're wondering why gay people and Marvel Rival players are mad at you. Yes, you're going to piss off both of them. And you're like surprised that that happened.
That's how you know I'm a normal person, when both communities hate me. So if I made a
No, it's the opposite. It means what must you have said for two of the most antagonistic communities in the space to both join up to beat your ass. You gotta think for a second. What did you do or say for both of the two most antagonistic communities to team up to beat your ass?
part 1 to the series, it would have included everything about the accessories and why they're an issue, which I talk about in the video, except the first 10 minutes are me talking about all the accessories. Then I go to the Cyberpunk collab, and then at minute 17, that's when I start talking about why all of this is a problem. But most people didn't know that because they didn't watch the video, which was my fault, and
I love how, even when we give him the opportunity to explain why his video is correct, his shit is still so wildly wrong, it's unbelievable. Like, that's the thing, is that he's insisting that after an explanation, people will realize that he was right the whole time, but his explanation is also equally shit.
would consolidate it like I've done thusly. Part 2 would have been entirely about the Cyberpunk collab and the disgusting amount of greed that they showcased for reasons that have been outlined in every video already talking about it. And part 3 would be more about how did we get here. Do you know how I know that the video was correct? Because I blatantly, and I can admit this now even though I shouldn't, plagiarized this entire video. Literally.
So his proof is that he plagiarized the video from Gotcha Smack. I'm sorry, like, what is this video? So, like, his proof is that he plagiarized the biggest grifter in the space. Like, literally, like, okay, I wasn't gonna talk about this before, but, like, bro, like, this is how bad the grifting is. Fuck it. Smack, yo, I'm sorry. Hey, yo, hey, it turns out that when two retards collab, even if this guy didn't know he was collabing, they're both gonna take shots. Sorry, this is the funniest shit ever. Let's listen to the end of this, because right now I just called Gotcha Smack the biggest grifter in the space, right? You live by the sword, die by the sword, whatever. Let's listen to the end of his video over here real quick.
Then the HSR2 experience. This is the only real thing that I was like, oh, wow, damn. I guess they got a little bit of heart left. But guys, when you look at all of this, I want you to understand.
A year ago, by the way.
That's why I uninstalled Honkai Star Rail. And I uninstalled Zenless Zone Zero. And I uninstalled Hoyo Play.
He's out here talking about how Casterus, Honkai Star Rail 3.2, he's going to stand up for the players. He on the player's side, right? He keeping it a buck. He keeping it a buck, right? He uninstalls ZZZ. He uninstalled HSR, right? Casterus will be the straw that broke the camel's back in Honkai Star Rail, bro. Oh, right. And this is the best part over here. We got to get the feature over here where he's talking about some neck bone juice or some shit like that.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome.
Let me just look that up. Where it at, though? Neck bone juice. All right, listen to this. Remember, global passives, casters.
All these things out. And when people who were born in that 10 years, which is a lot of content creators you watch. watch today.
He's referring to himself. Content creators born within the last 10 years.
Call these things out. You need to understand, we are keeping it a fucking buck. And everything we're saying is for the betterment of gamers. Okay? Not the corporations, gamers. Get it through your thick fucking skulls, buddy, and let it marinate like neck bone juice. Now I'm gonna...
It's for the betterment of gamers. I'm gonna uninstall Honkai Star Rail and ZZZ because Caster is just so bad for gamers. You wanna know what his most recent? Yeah, no, he just straight up.
They've already leaked her gameplay on IGN. It got over 500,000 views. Will be on the second half of the 3.0 banners. Now I want to talk to you guys about the free character that you'll be getting when you play Bell or Wise.
Yeah, so this is who Analytical Vibes sourced his points from. Literally the biggest grifter in the space. Like, this guy just has, like, recorded instances on his own channel, and I can find them in, like, 30 seconds of, like, how insane his grifting practices are. Like, genuinely, it's almost unbelievable that he's just openly showing how much, like, how bought out he is without even, like, a shred of regret. And, like, it's also incredible that you decided to just openly admit that you copied this guy's dog shit points without a shred of regret.
This video is identical to a video that Gotcha Smack made 3 weeks ago called Brutally Honest Thoughts on the Cyberpunk Collab Drama. And he talked about a whole bunch of other things too. A lot of people in the comments seem to think they know better than me.
This is where, editor, we need to get an intro going. I hope you're ready for this one, because this is truly the most Enviosity level crash out I think anyone's ever seen in the space. And, like, bro, it's just, you gotta be... Remember, this guy is one of my ops. This guy's one of my ops. And then after you see this, if you haven't had the thought already, you're gonna be asking, why are all of Saint's ops mentally ill?
I was there when both games were written. I was there playing Genshin Impact day one when you still had to use resin in order to accept the rewards for events. No one is more knowledgeable about the state of both games in the beginning and have they grown to be more greedy than me. I am the most knowledgeable person on.
Bro is just actually, dude, bro, he is the honored one, man. He's the only one who should be getting praise because he's been playing these games since day one, bro. Like, straight up, bro, like, what? Bro, this is like somebody saying they're right because they're older than you. That's literally it, bro. This is his argument. He's correct because he's older than you. Absolutely no other reason. Bro, there is no other justification. There's no other logic. I have technically been playing the game for longer than you, and that means I'm right about everything. Bro, that's his point. If that's your argument and you have no other way to justify yourself, you are a retarded idiot. Reminds me of Jenna. Yeah, Jenna plays more Wuthering Waves than you. Jenna spends more on Wuthering Waves than you. So you're worth less than the ant that he crushed on his boot this morning. Just go re-roll, bro. You're nothing. You're meaningless. You don't play as much Wuthering Waves as me. You trash.
On this, I remember the Akron
Where's your S6 Rosia?
on video that he made talking about all of the old things that happened in Genshin. I was there when MTash made the Klee trilogy on how Klee was really bad, pretty decent, and good. When Tectone still covered Genshin.
Who asked, motherfucker?
I was there in the beginning. For Tuanto, Dish, every single Genshin Impact creator, I was there. Every single Wuthering Waves creator, I was there.
Bro about to say he was there for the fucking Grand Supper, bro. Bro about to say, yeah, he was there for the Last Supper, sorry. He was there when Judas did the deed. What the fuck are we even saying at this point, bro?
Tone still covered Genshin. I was there in the beginning. For Tuanto, Dish, every single Genshin Impact creator, I was there. Every single Wuthering Waves creator, I was there.
Can we talk for a second about how scared this guy is? Bro, there truly is like a question you need to ask about somebody's mental where they're too scared to say somebody's name. Like, can we just talk a second about, like, why would you advertise that you're too scared to say somebody's name? Like, this is like basically the internet equivalent of pissing and shitting yourself publicly, and he's just doing it here.
No one is more knowledgeable about this than me. I'm perfectly willing to admit when I'm wrong. There's a lot of issues in the video. none of which has to do with anything that I said. The third issue with the video is that I made a strategic mistake. In the video, I criticized heavily not only Wuthering Waves, but I also criticized Genshin Impact. And this
So, no, guys, remember, it's not that my video was shit or that my points were wrong and that the shit I was saying was retarded. No, guys, it's just because I criticized both of them in one video. That's actually the reason.
was a huge mistake because you have to wonder, who is this video for? I'm
Dude, it's like,
obviously criticizing Wuthering Waves heavily, so any person who plays Wuthering Waves will obviously be oppositional to the video in the beginning. But then I also said a lot of strays to Genshin Impact audience. For example, how the Mabuika and Seat Lolly banner, an Archon and a new character, two brand new characters debuted on the first side of a patch in Genshin, which is the most disgusting level of greed I've ever seen in a gacha game.
yep, self-admitted, the most disgusting level of greed you'd ever seen in a gacha, and you created a slippery slope argument that skins, bike skins, would lead to Kuro doing this. That was your fucking argument, bro, and you have kept saying that you were right the whole goddamn time. The most disgusting thing, self-admitted, that bike skins and accessories were going to lead to Kuro doing the exact same thing. This is the level of retardation that truly does transcend, like, games. Because obviously, Genshin players got pissed that you brought this up because they know it's bad. They're just embarrassed when people bring it up because they know how bad this is. And then WoWA players are pissed because you made the most insane correlation possible.
Ever. Literally, it's literally breaking the rules and the relationship that's set between a gacha developer and their community. Because I said a whole bunch of strays to the Genshin community, they also disliked the video. So here I was getting pincered by two sides, the WoW community who I'm criticizing and the Genshin community who I'm criticizing, even though what I said about the Genshin community is completely true about
What he said about Genshin is true. Yes, their banner is dog shit. It's terrible. 1,000,000% that's true. But he hasn't addressed the part yet where he somehow equates that WoWA is going to do the same thing.
what Kuro did about that disgusting level of greed.
Bro, I think this is the best analogy ever, man. This is the best analogy ever. Your mom sees you killing ants outside with a magnifying glass, and then she says you're going to become Hitler. Like, literally, I feel like that is, like, actually the analogy here. Because bike skins and accessories turning into Kuro doing double banners for the new characters. Yeah, no, that would be like a 5-year-old killing ants outside and you say they're automatically going to be Hitler when they grow up. That's probably, yeah, no, that's probably the best way to do it. Extreme jump in logic that makes no fucking sense, has no correlation at all, and is only going to get the people involved pissed off at you that you even thought that that would be possible. Yeah. No, that's fair.
But I should not have said it. Not because it's not true, but because sometimes you don't always say the truth. Sometimes you have to play politics. It would have been extremely helpful if I kept Genshin out of the video.
Dude, he's mentally ill. I'm sorry. The way that he's talking about this situation right now, I just think he's mentally ill. This is schizophrenic. Bro, he's talking about playing politics in a gacha video. Playing politics, bro? Dude, he's like hallucinating or some shit.
Entirely, because those are the type of people who would like this kind of video. People who naturally have a negative disposition towards Wuthering Waves. It would have been helpful to get their likes, and even though the video wasn't even for them, but it didn't help me to make an enemy out of them in that video as well. There's basically 3 groups of people. One group of people,
Bro, he's getting triple penetrated. Like, what's going on? Like, maybe it's because your video's bad.
are probably whales who feel like the game has becoming more and more expensive because Wuthering Waves used to be really cheap and now it's becoming more expensive. And then there's a group of
Where's the proof it's becoming more expensive? What, did we just say that? Bro, Lene and Luke Herson are like the 2 most free-to-play friendly characters, like, ever. Like, straight up, you just pull them and use their standard weapon and they clear all the content in the game. Like, we have never had units like that before. Like, Lene and Luke, their existence, they're insanely budget-friendly, retardedly broken. Like, they literally make the game cheaper, those 2 units. Wait, what? Okay, so now there's another bit of evidence over here. This guy's just saying some dumb fucking shit because he's a woo-wah larper. Another reason to dislike his video.
Wuthering Waves free
Said woo-wah is becoming more expensive when the game's actually gotten cheaper.
to play players who didn't like what I had to say. and though they disliked the video. And then there were the Genshin players whose game was getting tangentially insulted and they disliked the video. So I'm getting pincered by two sides with only one group of people actually liking the video. That was a strategic mistake. Nothing I said about Genshin.
Bro, this guy's talking about YouTube generals or YouTube videos like he's fucking Sun Tzu. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up, bro. It's not that complicated, bro. You're just fucking wrong about everything you said.
Was wrong, but now from now on, if I'm going to criticize a gacha game, I'm not going to criticize.
Please, but as you're talking about like strategy, bro. Like Eisen, bro. Like, bro, what is this?
Other gacha games who are more likely to be amicable to the argument in that same video. Instead, if I make a video criticizing Genshin, I'd reserve that video for Genshin and reserve a video for Wuthering Waves. Now, I may or may not unprivate the other video.
He did unprivate it, but as you can see, is there any reason to go watch the other video? We can all probably agree there's not really a reason to watch the other one after seeing this one, right?
I might not. It depends. The reason it's not unprivated right now within 24 hours of this video is because I don't want you to be watching this video and then in the middle of this video, which has to be significantly longer, I'm trying to make this video 10 minutes or less, you just go to the other video and start watching it. I don't want that. The final question to answer in
It's just like rambling, bro.
this video is, will I continue to cover Wuthering Waves? Because it seems clear that I've heavily antagonized the Wool community. So it's unclear if they're going to continue clicking on the videos. But it doesn't seem as though I can cover Genshin Impact either, because I've antagonized that community too. And it seems unlikely that YouTube would recommend my videos to those people too, because YouTube doesn't like recommending your videos to new people. If I've learned anything from this experience,
Proof?
it's that it's not possible to create a community of normal people. Rather,
Now he's blaming everybody else. Bro, how many people did he blame in this video? Bro, this video is only 11 minutes long. It feels like he's blamed everybody on Earth.
it's best to create a YouTube community of tribalists. It's the only way. You have to create a community of like-minded people. And if your community is not like-minded like you, it will not work out. Now,
Bro, I literally have retards in my chat fighting with me every day. Like, bro, like, it's just, how do you just confidently say these things like facts? Bro, but this is the funny thing. The people that are usually retarded in my chat, we're collaborating today to clown on you. Bro, Genshin players, Wuwa players, collaborating together to clown on you. Bro, my chat and me collaborating together to clown on you. Bro, you are somehow bridging the gap between every like oppositional force in the gacha space so that they can unite to just fucking clown on your retardation, bro. And that's been the last 48 hours. And I have never seen shit so diabolically disliked from every single angle across the community because you're just so outright wrong. It's unreal. It's literally unreal, bro. I have people that left my chat months ago after writing a fucking one paragraph goodbye message, and this bitch is back here because your shit is so ridiculous that he had to come back.
Now, tribalist does not mean that the community is negative. It just means everyone thinks similarly. And this does not have to.
And you want the proof, bro? Bro, I'll bring up the fucking proof, bro. I'm not even joking. Dude, like, this is how dumb you are, Analytical Vibes. You managed to, like, get this guy back. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, we're gonna have to do it, bro. Holy shit. Hey, let's check it out, bro. Bro, you made this guy come back. I lost my, after Saint banned me, I literally lost my good night's sleep. So as revenge, I prove him wrong by doing all the, as a proof. Bro, this guy like crashed out and left my chat. And now, bro, he's back today. Bro, he's back today to laugh at you. This is what I mean, bro. You did this because you're so fucking dumb. Literally somehow got, like, viewers that quit back. Bro, I don't even know how you did this. You're this retarded.
To manifest in a negative way. Having a channel that criticizes both Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves is not a recipe for success, especially considering how antagonistic and oppositional those communities are to each other. You won't find this level of animosity in the NTE community or the Arknights Enfield community.
They don't have communities. The games are dead. This is like out here saying there's no crime in Antarctica. Yes, because there's no people there, you stupid idiot.
Anyway, nothing I said was wrong. I was completely right, but it is a bad video because of pacing, and the arguments between part 1 and part 3 were not presented in chronological order, which led to great confusion.
he is going to die on the hill that everything he said was right, and that, like, it's just everything else surrounding his points that caused the issue, when it's all as easily explained as this guy's a fucking idiot, and the shit he said is completely fucking wrong. And, like, he's just going to die on this hill, and, like, guys, you want to know what caused all of this? I'll tell you. This game, sucking the cock, ruined, I think, this guy's life. I don't know what else to say. Like, straight up, it feels like this game being bad ruined that dude's life. What the fuck, bro? Straight up. Why? Why, bro? Why, bro? We put all our eggs into this one basket, right, I guess, and, like, it didn't work out, and now we hella mad. And, of course, guys, the fact that Arknight's creators in the past couple of days have put out 3 of the worst woo-wah hit pieces imaginable while their game is in the fucking dumps, it's kind of explanatory, isn't it? They put out the worst Wuthering Waves hit pieces anyone in the space has seen for a fucking long time, and it's while Enfield is in the dumps. These Enfield CCs. Dude, this game being bad is ruining their fucking channel because they really thought this shit was going to be good. They simply did not heed the warnings that I had. I told them to quit for months. I told them to move on to other games for months. I said, starting from February, abandon this fucking game, you retarded idiots. And now they're realizing I was right all along. And instead of just doing what I said like intelligent people, they're deciding to lash out and, of course, attack Wuthering Waves when... and they know it themselves. Instead of attacking Woo-Wah, why don't you just attack me, you fucking pussy? Because if you're gonna put shit like this in your fucking video, obviously, you're attacking Woo-Wah, not because of Woo-Wah, you're attacking it because you're mad at me. It's so fucking obvious. If you're so bitch-made and so terrified, you can't even put my name in the fucking video. And remember, this is what that section sounded like.
Genshin Impact creator, I was there. Every single Wuthering Waves creator, I was there. No one.
Bro, what a pussy. Just attack me. Clearly, that's where the attack is supposed to be, you stupid idiot. Just go attack me. You already tried it once. It was a fucking free farm. We'll do it again. Then again, I think your channel's actually dead after this one. I'm not. I think the channel's actually dead. I'm not joking. Because you have lost pretty much. I had already lost pretty much all respect I had for you during our last spat earlier this year. Now I think the entire space just thinks you're a fucking freak now. And I'm gonna be real. I didn't do a lot. I really didn't do anything in creating that image. When I went on this morning, before I covered this thing, you were already in hell. This shit was at like a 70% dislike ratio. That's why that was at like a 70% too. And now I think we've all seen why the response has been so polarizing in this case. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.